Hello, folks. A very good morning to all. I'm from the team of Missionized and with Integrity. So, in this video, we'll be analyzing the idle page with a very interesting topic that is all about what is wrong with saffronizing education. The Vice President of India arguing for an overhaul for the Mekulu system of education is fine, but there are challenges. So, based upon these topics, I usually came to know that the education which is usually there in the past and how it has been reverting due to pandemic, how it has been changing with the past to the present. So this is how in different fields also it has been signified. Okay, so exhibiting different kinds of procedures, exhibiting different kinds of methodology for saffronizing the education, for getting back to the old generation, how they are used to learn, how they used to make challenges, how they used to face challenges, right? So these things usually plays a very important role. It is very interesting. I usually recommend you to read this if you are unable to understand what usually I am saying. So this usually refers to the orthodox, to the we can even say that to the orthodox, we can say, as well as to the HET or heterodox also. We can even say that it is a tradition of Brahminical education for Indianization, for education system in India. Okay, so this usually plays a very important role when usually it comes to the vice president who has given their view in a Vidyalaya. We can say that Dev Sanskrit Viswa Vidyalaya campus in Haridwar. He has given how the system of education is been in the old generation. So this is how the dominance of system of education is playing a challenging role to every student with respect to the past as well as how they are facing in the present scenario. So these things are only being displayed here. So I usually recommend you just to read this. Once you will be getting a knowledge about how the reference is been done with the past, how the reference is been done with the movement in 1990s. Okay, even we can say that in 1990s. Okay, so even in 1990s, it has been fashionized as an innovative nationalist curriculum in Viswa Bharati, a great university he established. Who? Rabindranath Tagore. He has referred with that. He has referred with the system, how he used to govern, right? So these things are only been displayed. Okay, so in the editorial analysis, so there are different topics in the form of an inclusive list and diverse narrative on Indianization. So these three things are been characterized about how we are able to govern. Okay, how usually we are usually making the governance, right? Governance in the field of education. So these things are prior important when we usually discuss about the uh, system of our education with the present as well as with the past. Okay, so when usually we discuss about the Maculis system, what is this Maculis system who has governed the education system with reference to our VC, right? So he is arguing for an overall of Maculis system. What is the system is all about? What the system usually governs according to the methodology which they are using for the gather of information, for a centralization and decentralization of different nationalists in the past as well as in the future. So these systems are very important when we discuss about the systems which are being governed in the present scenario with the social welfare, we can say that, with the technological innovations. So I hope you are understanding usually what usually my viewpoint is. So here they are referring two things at a time. One is past and there is present. Okay, so in the past, how the system is usually been governed, in the present, how it is been governed, with reference to the social, with reference to the technological innovations, right? So these things are usually been mentioned here, nothing more, nothing more. But there are certain systems we should have to understand about what Macaulay has said. So Macaulay spent the next 4 years in India, who has spent a 4 years of India, okay, next 4 years India in the past, in the period of past, we can say that, even we can say that in the modern history also, you can say, where he devoted his effort to reforming the Indian criminal code. Okay, he usually reformed the criminal code of India, where putting the British and native on a equal legal footing. Okay, so giving legal footage to both Britishers as well as to the natives, right? So he has put it that on the equal basis, right, on equal basis, and to establish an education system based upon the British model, right? So based upon the British model of education, he has mentioned, he has made the Indians to study, right? So even VC or VP also recommend to follow this British rule of education or British mode of education, that is which usually involves introducing Indians to European ideas from the regions. Okay, so this is how usually the Macaulay system of education has been formulated in the past. Okay, so that's the system about how the orthodox, how we are innovative, how our innovations are been uh, modified, how our innovation are been reconstructed, remodified. Okay, so these things are usually makes a sense when we discuss about the system of education, which refers to the with reference to the education system of uh, education system of what, education system of India, with reference to the education system in the past, which has been governed by the Britishers. That's the reason why every Indians know, and every Indians are becoming CEOs, right? So in a very corporate world, so these things plays a very vital role when we discuss about the education system, which usually saffronizing, right? So I hope you have got an idea about what I usually mean to say you are. So let me end the video here itself. I hope you have enjoyed the session. It should not be much more lengthier, unless and until the information is been provided, it's well and good, right? So this is all about an inclusive, a resonance, as well as the diverse narrative of education system, with respect to what, with respect to the system which has been governed by the VP as well as the Macaulay system, giving equal footage, right? So this is all about today's editorial page analysis of the education, about regarding education. I hope you will have get an idea regarding that, what is the wrong with saffronizing education. So let me end the video itself. Thanks for watching my video. Before that, the HRD minister, or you can say that education minister, is now what, Dharmendra Pradhan, which you should have to know that. Okay, so let me end the video itself. Thank you for watching my video. Thanks a lot.